It's the man YSN, and you're listening to YSN Radio. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all know what time it is, man. You're rocking with the man YSN, and you're tuning in to another episode of YSN Radio, the coolest podcast in the South. I got a very special guest on the line with me right now. I know you've seen her all over TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. She's taking over social media, booing people and throwing tomatoes. I'm talking about the coldest and the hottest Miss Niqqi Tee. How you doing?
I am doing great. How are you doing today?
Oh, fantastic. I can't complain at all. For the people at home, and like I said, she's been booing and throwing tomatoes because this is the lady behind the infamous, famous boo tomato TikTok. But she's much more than that. She is a entertainment marketing professional, marketing operations manager. She's doing her thing in the digital marketing space and entertainment industry, music, the whole 9 yards. So I just wanted to get you on so we can meet the lady behind the video, because you're so much. So first and foremost, why don't you tell the people about your background, who you are, and what do you do?
So, like you said, I am Niqqi Tee. I was born and raised in Memphis. I'm currently here for like another week, and then I'll be moving to Atlanta. I'm 24 years old, and yes, I am in the music industry. I work at a distributor, but I do marketing, so I make sure that the releases get upon like Spotify, Apple, all the other DSPs. And then I pitch them for editorial consideration and any other market opportunities at those streaming platforms.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So how long have you been in the entertainment realm?
About 2 years, when we're talking like music wise, but like just content and like filming videos, about 3 or 4 years.
Gotcha. And that's interesting. I wanted to talk to you about that because when I first, met you or seen you online, you were doing Sample Sundays on YouTube where you were doing music breakdowns. So talk about that. How did you get started with that and how did that go for you?
Oh yeah, that's a throwback. Okay. So yeah, I used to do album reviews on my YouTube channel, but then I was like, once I started my career, I don't want to be talking about other people's albums and stuff like that because I never know if, I'll work with them. Artists are sensitive. So I was saying, oh, this album sucked. And then I just so happened to meet them. Like I didn't want them to think, anything of that. And I also used to do Sample Sundays on my Instagram. Then I transferred it to my YouTube channel as well. And I try not to just do what everybody does when it comes to samples. Like, so they'll say, okay, this song came from like Already Won by Lil Durk and Rod Wave. That sample is kind of like an interpolation allegedly, but it came from Can't Stand the Rain by New Edition. So instead of just saying that, I gave background on how Can't Stand the Rain even came about, who the producers were, the stuff that they've done, just highlighted them really, just giving the producer just a little bit more credit than what they already get, So, yep, that's what I used to do. And it's crazy because once I was like, I'm tired of doing music-related content because I'm already in the industry. I don't want to just let music take over my life like the rest of my colleagues. No shade to them. Yeah. But I just didn't want to keep doing it. And then days later, I was like, I just want to do content based on me being myself, blah, blah, blah. And then boom, that's when tomatoes just like blew up.
Right. So moving into the tomatoes, was that just something you were just laying in bed, just trying to be funny, or was it like, how did that come about?
So the thing is, any content I post on TikTok, I am not trying to be funny. No shade to you, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to do anything. It's really just my personality. So I be reading comments and they be like, oh, you trying to do this, you trying to do that. No, this is really me, like in my real life. But on that day, I will never forget now, it was December 22nd. I was just sitting in the bed. I make all my TikToks in my bed. People be talking about me, but I mean, where else can I go? COVID, whatever. But so I'm just sitting in the bed and it was a trend going around. It was like, this is a song, I hate you. I be so sick of you. And then they stop and then it's like the dude actually outside. I thought it was so stupid. Like, oh, I'm just so tired of women taking L's publicly. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just a disclaimer. Of course, I've been a stupid girl before. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, you gotta like wake up and be like, oh, damn, I'm tired of being stupid. This is kind of embarrassing. So that's why I made the video. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sick of y'all saying this trend, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, corny, lame, boo, tomato. And how I
Yeah.
even thought about it, like I have no idea. Like I've been using like the tomato emoji and stuff like that, and of course you've seen like memes or whatever. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I didn't think about the memes when I was saying it. Like I didn't think. I don't know. I just bust out and said "boo tomatoes." Like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You hear "boo." I
And
didn't
people
just want to say. I didn't want to do something normal. Like, oh, just boo, thumbs down. Like no, I had to be as dramatic and throw a whole platter of tomatoes at you. Like just to let you know how stupid you sound and look. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
No, yeah,
that's where
that's
that came
hilarious.
from.
That's hilarious. No, because it's funny because when I first had seen it, of course I thought it was hilarious, but I thought you were like talking about people talking about the COVID and being upset about people being outside and then they'll be outside and you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad you explained that because I thought it was something completely different. So now that I know that you're throwing tomatoes at stupid girls, it's just like 8 to 10 times
Man,
funny.
that people was calling me a pick me. They was saying, "Oh, you don't really root for women." Blah blah blah. I'm like, no, let's get out the victim mindset and let's just have
Right.
some accountability, okay?
Exactly,
We
for
gotta
sure.
stop letting people play with us. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
yeah, the world needs more accountable women out here, man. But that's hilarious because when I think of the meme, like before the video came out, when I think of like throwing tomatoes, I think about the Hey Arnold character, and he's like,
Mm-hmm.
I think I've never
Yeah.
seen it, you know what I'm saying? And it cracks me up every time I see it. So like, it seems like after that video, it caused an entire uproar online. Everybody using it. Even today, I was in a group chat and someone like they was talking about football or something and did the tomatoes, you know what I'm saying, because
Oh my
someone said
God.
something crazy. You feel me? So it's like it's become just an integral part of uh pop culture now. So how does it feel being the catalyst to a movement this strong?
It actually feels very incredible. I got some people, trying to steal my shit or whatever, but I'm not going for, standing 10 toes about it.
Right.
But it feels absolutely incredible. Like at first I was being very humble about it. Like I wasn't even telling people that I know in real life, like, oh, my sound went viral, blah, 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 blah. And so it hit 1 million views in 6 days. I was like, okay, 1 million views. I cried about it. I was like, damn, like 1 million views, but
Mm.
it didn't hit me until like weeks later when literally everybody was tomatoes was all over the internet. Celebrities was using the sound. Like I said, oh my God, like I really changed the way people speak. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I just added to the culture a little bit.
No, for sure. Talk your shit.
Yeah, it feels absolutely incredible. I'm just so like very humbled about it. I'm very just elated that I could do something like that for the culture, something memorable like that.
Exactly. And I think like especially with TikTok taking over is like moving into the number one social media platform, having an
Mm-hmm.
impact on that because with algorithms just bullying everybody now, it's very hard to, get to the forefront of that. You know what I'm saying? You just like
Mm-hmm.
kicked the door open and burnt it down. And it's like I am here. Personally, I'm not a big TikToker. I've been having this personal vendetta against TikTok for some months now. So like I've been trying to figure out like how it works, you know what I mean? So with like being a social media and digital content maker yourself, how do you feel about TikTok taking over that role as the number one platform for music and just social media in general?
I used to be like you, literally before October, September-ish of last year. I was like, oh, TikTok is lame. I'm not gonna get on there. I
Mhm.
don't see the hype, blah, 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 blah. And I was just bored one day to just start hopping on. And I'm really enjoying TikTok. Like you said, the algorithm is not just a bully type of thing, or it's not like hard for your videos to pop off. You could literally post your first TikTok and that may be like the best video you ever have, and then you'll build a momentum off of there instead of like Twitter where you gotta get some followers in order for your stuff to take off, or YouTube you gotta have a certain amount of subscribers, blah blah blah. Like no, TikTok is just literally the app for everybody. So
For
I'm hype
sure.
about it.
For sure. My personal vendetta comes because I had a day off and I got on TikTok when I woke up. Next thing I know it was 9 o'clock at night. And so ever since then,
Oh, it'll do it to you. It'll do
ever
it to
since
you.
then, I was just like, oh no. So you said earlier that you got your start making the videos on YouTube. So making that switch from YouTube to TikTok, what was that transition like?
Um, not no shade, but I'm gonna just be real. It didn't come just like I don't know. It just came out of laziness, honestly. I
Yeah.
try not to say that, but I'm gonna just be real. Cause you know, YouTube is just so much work. You gotta film the video, you gotta have a nice camera for it, and you gotta edit it, have all these transitions, blah blah blah. It's just too much.
Hmm.
And so I just started using TikTok. I just pick up my phone, make sure I look a little dapper. Pick up
Right.
my phone and then just say whatever the hell I want to say. And it's quick content. It's only a few seconds. It's not 10 fucking minutes or 20,000, 30, 100 million minutes. Like it's literally up to 60 seconds. So
Right.
it wasn't too hard for me. And I wanted to just do content where I could really be myself. And that was the easiest thing that I could think of at the time.
Right. So being in entertainment and music specifically, does having this background helped your career at all professionally?
You know, I would say that it helped my career, but more people are looking at me and
Mm.
kind of, I'm gonna say trying to use me because it's just not the proper term, but like, more people are talking to me. People that I never would think would talk to me are talking to me because of like, oh, she had this type of impact on TikTok, blah, 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 blah. They don't think
Mm.
I know that, but I'm not stupid, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I hid it from my job and I hid it from my colleagues for a very, very long time. I
Mm.
first told my job about, well, my manager, he follows me on Instagram. So he saw when I posted like 1 million views on TikTok, blah, 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 blah. And he
Mm.
told my team, like, that post like Saturday, he told them on that Monday. I was kind of embarrassed because I'm like, listen, me at work versus me, on
Right.
social media, two different people, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So don't talk bad about me. But
Hmm.
they were very happy for me, very proud of me and everything like that. And then I just blatantly just told everybody when Spotify had posted me about everything. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna say it helped, but I'm getting a little spotlight, you know what I'm saying?
Right. That little umph behind you. I'm glad you
Yeah,
mentioned
a
that
little
because
umph.
yeah, glad you mentioned the Spotify feature. So how did that come about?
So it was literally out the blue. She emailed me, a lady who works there. She emailed me saying like, "Hey, we're trying to highlight some Black creators for Black History Month. You really popped off with the tomato sound. We really want to feature you." I thought it was a joke, but I was like, "Is this really Spotify?" Because it didn't come from a Spotify email. It came from like a third party
Right.
um, person of theirs. So I'm like, is this a joke? Blah 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 blah. But no, it was actually the real thing, and I filmed it literally sitting right here. My ring light, everything like that, and I just basically told them like, about the sound, where I'm from, blah 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 blah. And then it didn't feel real until they actually posted it and like tagged me, and people was like, that is the most interaction I've ever gotten on my Instagram since I graduated college 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Literally, my story. You know how the little bubbles get like long, then slimmer and slimmer. Literally, little holes. Like that's how long my story was, and I was
Jeez.
like, man, it's just it was kind of overwhelming, but I'm glad
Right.
that it all happened.
No, for sure, for sure. That is huge because Spotify is like one of the biggest DSPs out there. So for them to give you a shout, especially during Black History Month, that's
Yes,
fantastic.
I was so honored by it.
No, for sure, for sure. So changing gears, you said you haven't seen that much engagement since you graduated from college. So you went to the illustrious Tennessee State University, one of
Yep.
the biggest HBCUs in Tennessee. How does it feel coming from just a strong background and being an HBCU alumni?
It feels very empowering because of the rich history that HBCUs have, and then the rich history that TSU has itself. And then knowing that I was actually like a very active student on campus, I participated in various things, sorority life, and then, just different clubs and organizations. I held leadership positions, graduated. I ain't gonna say my GPA because, it don't matter as long as
No,
I got
it's
the
your
fuck up out
business,
of
not
there.
not
Right.
right.
But yeah, so it feels very, very good. And I'm just always proud to rep that, I graduated from an HBCU. And even like people I've never met that went to TSU, current students and then past alumni that came before me, like they was even reaching out to me saying like, oh, go TSU. Some girls was telling me, oh, I go there now, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, stay in school, just a little motivational shit or whatever I
Right.
think I can do now. But it feels very, very good to know I graduated from there. So
No, for
yeah.
sure. How to go into an HBCU mold you for today's workforce?
Um, I was kind of over prepared,
Yeah.
especially for my industry because it's very laid back, very casual. I haven't worn a suit literally since I graduated. I work from home, but even when I wasn't working from home, I literally wore sweatpants to the office, little jogging suits, whatever I wanted to wear, I could do that. We curse in meetings, my clients curse, my boss curse. Like it's not formal or it's professional, but you know what I'm saying? It's not formally professional at all, which I
Mhm.
absolutely love and I appreciate that. But I feel like if I was working in like a corporate place, like I don't know, AT&T or Wells Fargo or something, I would be equally prepared. But now that I'm in my industry, I feel like I'm overly prepared, which is still a good thing.
For sure, because you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. So
Hello.
someone walks in the door and is like, I want complete professionalism. You could just
Hello. You
turn it
know
on.
some. You
Right,
know
for
some.
sure. So one thing about like TSU that I like, because I went to UT, and so I used to always make it a point to go to TSU for the homecomings because I feel like y'all had some of the best homecoming celebrations of all time. TSU homecoming 2019 is still 2019 is still one of my favorite homecomings of all time because I feel like when it comes to like hip hop, like you guys have everybody named Mama there every single year. So being
hmm
in the music industry, do you feel like you were in the right place at the right time, around the right people to get into the industry?
By being at TSU,
Yes.
absolutely not. And I do want to
No.
talk about
Whoa.
that because absolutely not. Like, of course, homecoming was fun and stuff like that, but the org that organized all of that, they were called Sub G. It was a branch of what's it called? SGA. I was gonna say
Yeah.
SBA, but it was a branch of SGA, and I wasn't on that committee or anything like that. But even if I was, I still don't think TSU would have prepared me for the music industry. And this isn't a shot to them because it's not their fault.
Hmm.
But a lot of the schools, we have TSU there, Vandy, Belmont, a lot of PWIs. And of
Hmm.
course, FIS too. But all the internships that I applied for in Nashville, they all went to Vandy. They went to Belmont. I never got accepted to nothing. I had to create my own opportunities. And for Nashville to be such a big music city, I thought that was actually pathetic that there were literally little to no HBCU students getting the internships at Warner and Sony. All the major labels were out there in Nashville, even
Hmm.
little country labels and stuff like that. They were in Nashville, of course. So the fact that TSU students, or I don't know, I can't speak for the other HBCUs, but I think that's actually pathetic. But it made me, go a little bit harder. I created my own internships. I built my own network. My first job, I reached out for that. They didn't reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm. No.
I want the city of Nashville, the music scene in Nashville, to do better by HBCU students, and that's one thing I'm really gonna be like a stickler on once I get a little, a little bit more leverage.
No, for sure. That's very interesting to hear because like y'all's homecoming concerts were always jam packed with everybody and all the big names. So
Mm-hmm.
I figured that when it came to stuff like that, TSU students had first grabs.
They actually owe us like, I don't know the exact amount, but it's millions of dollars. The state of Tennessee owes TSU that much money, so they be paying my little school a little dust. But wait till I get a little bit more rank. I'm getting their ass about it.
No, yeah, for sure, for sure. And I like how you said that, because Nashville, yes, being Music City, all the major labels are there, and I've experienced it myself trying to, get a job in the industry in the city. And it's just so hard for people that look like us to get through those doors because a lot of those
Mm-hmm.
are country labels, they're marketing, products that aren't necessarily consumed by people like you and I, so it's kind of like you said, it's very pathetic, because
Yep.
you and I, like I feel like you have just as much a qualification to do the job as someone from Vandy or Belmont. So that is crazy.
Exactly. If not more qualified.
Exactly. So that is crazy. So given that, on top of that, being a Black woman in entertainment, what's some of the challenges that you face since with being in the industry with that as well?
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's get into it.
The challenges that I face. So I've been in the industry 2 years now. Majority of my career, 98% of my career has been remote. But I worked for an all Black company at first, and that was a company that was not trying to pay me. I asked for a salary increase after running a whole technical department for literally about 6 months.
Hmm.
And I was told because I live in Memphis, my salary is actually fine and I don't need a raise. So of course I got on down because I'm not gonna play with nobody about my money. But
Right.
I know if I was either a man or if I was white, not have been the response that I received. Especially, if I can understand if I was like an intern or I was still under a manager. No, I was running the whole department by myself and doing a damn good job. I deserved that raise.
Right.
And so now I'm at a new job, and I'm actually the only Black person on my team.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm the only Black person on my team. It doesn't feel weird. Like, I really love my team and I really love, my colleagues and everything like that. So it doesn't feel weird. They actually make me feel valued. But, I do have my moments where I feel like I have to overperform, or I don't feel like I'm doing enough because I am Black. That's just something that we have in us. And, our parents and people in our family have told us growing up, we always have to work twice as hard to get literally half of what they got.
For sure.
So I always feel like I have to bust my ass for like the smallest things. But and then respect. These men be trying me. And it's like, I would say I'm flattered, but I'm actually not. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do my job. Please
Right.
let me do my job. Do not flirt with me. Please respect me as a professional woman. That's all I ask.
Right.
If I met you off some business or something like that, okay, I could probably understand. But if we met on business, let's keep it strictly like that.
No, for
If
sure.
you tell them that, it's kind of hard being super duper honest because you don't want to blacklist yourself, or you don't want to seem like this is type of like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't want
Yeah.
to come off like that, but 95% of me don't give a damn. I'm always just keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. I
those
can
are like
get
my
it.
main 3 challenges.
For sure, for sure. I like how you touched on that last one because Lotto has been in the news recently because she had said she was trying to get a
Oh,
featured
I
lead on
felt
her
that.
album, and the dude wasn't giving her a hard time because she wouldn't sleep with him. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like pretty much like opened up the door and shed light on how women are treated in the entertainment industry by their male counterparts because they don't respect them as, like you said, a businesswoman. They just see them for you know that
Yep.
so I don't want to come off as like condescending with like male privilege, like, oh, I couldn't imagine doing that, what I'm saying? But that is crazy that people come off to, and especially in professional environments, what I'm saying? That's just crazy to see that that's happening, but it's good that
Exactly.
people are speaking up and telling people about it because Black women and or women in general who are coming up after you, who are in college, what I'm saying, now they if they haven't experienced it, or if they have, they can speak out about their stories, or they know what to look out for once they get into those positions as well.
Absolutely. I want all my women to stand your ground. Do not go for no bullshit. Don't ruin your reputation for, a little cutty. Don't do it. Do it. I'm telling
Don't
you.
do it. Don't do it. You get some tomatoes thrown at you.
Yes. I'm gonna squirt some ketchup at your ass, actually.
So catch up, man. That's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny. Nah, but changing gears. Speaking of Lotto, you are a huge rap fan. More specifically, a Nicki Minaj stan. I don't know if that has anything to do with the Niqqi Tee name at all, but you know what I'm saying. I would think it's a coincidence, but you know.
Let me clarify, because I'm gonna be real. I know I made that name in like when I was 12 years old, so like 7th, 8th grade, something like that. And it comes from my first name and my last name. I'm not gonna put my real name out there, but like
Gotcha.
Nick is in my first name and then T is in my last name. So I
Mhm.
was like, oh, Niqqi Tee, and then I didn't just want to do like Nikki, or and
Mhm.
like something like that, or like Nikki Nicki. And I'm like, I'm Nikki. Like, I want to be Niqqi. I
Right.
can't remember if Nikki had something to do with that though.
Oh,
I don't think she did, because I know I probably would have remembered that, but I don't
right.
think she did. But I think since people see Nikki, then Nikki, they think, oh, maybe she got that from Nicki Minaj. I'm not gonna say I did it, but I'm gonna say I did it.
Right. Allegedly, I'm not gonna say I did, but
I ain't gonna toss it under the rug. It's a
I'm not.
good possibility.
I
Just
got you.
be
I got you.
real.
But no, but she just recently did an interview where she talked about how she doesn't get her flowers for changing the rap game, and I thought it was interesting because personally, I feel like a lot of the current females in rap, they're doing a fantastic job, but they wouldn't be where they are if it wasn't for Nicki Minaj. I wanted to get
Let's
your
talk
view on
about
it.
it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I've been, itching to speak on this, because I'm not gonna call any names, but I respect Queen Latifah. I respect Foxy and Lil Kim, and the women that paved the way for Nicki. I respect them wholeheartedly. But any female rapper between the age of 18 through 30, there is no reason you should be saying you started rapping because of Lil Kim, or you started rapping because of Queen Latifah. No, you didn't. You didn't
Right.
grow up on that music. So stop the fucking cap. Just be real and give my bitch Nicki her flowers. Like, of course, male rappers give Nicki her flowers sometimes. Of course, her barbers give her flowers all the time. But I think she's just really just bothered because the female rappers don't. It's like a unspoken rule where you can't speak on Nicki Minaj, even though that's a whole fucking reason that you're here. And again, this is no shade. I'm not calling no names, anything like that. But you cannot say you grew up on Queen Latifah, Salt and Pepper. No, you didn't. You grew up on fucking Nicki Minaj. Just say that.
Right. Do you think that her fan base is a big reason why a lot of female artists doesn't give her credit, or people in general?
I honestly think it's just the industry. Of course, the fans are they're a little
Kind of
extra.
mean.
Yeah, I'm a barb myself, but I know my limits. I don't never just come for people. Like, I respect everybody's opinion, but I honestly think it's just the industry. And I think because Lil Kim and Queen Latifah, they're much older, and they're definitely legends in the game. The younger female rappers feel more comfortable saying them because they don't have to compete with them. They're competing with Nicki Minaj.
Valid.
And that's debatable if if it's even a competition. I ain't gonna get to that though. But you know what I'm saying? They don't have to beat charts and stuff like that, or beat awards against Queen Latifah, blah blah blah. They have to do that with Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj is still very relevant. So it's looking like they fans when you really are, right. And it's okay to say that you're a fan.
No, for sure, because female artist just did an interview recently where she was talking about how she grew up as a huge Nicki Minaj fan, but she said that she felt kind of on Nicki's fan base, like anytime she would like speak out about how much she, enjoyed her music and, adored her as or was inspired by her fan base was like, oh, you just dick ride and get featured, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, I don't know if
I do see that.
So it's like, it's kind of like, because you're right, like they have to, Nicki Minaj is still an active player in the game, and so they do have to compete against her. But it's kind of like, how people are in rap, you can't, if you ride for somebody too much, they're gonna say, oh, you dick riding, or you know what I mean? So it's kind of, it's like a catch-22 almost, so it's like their way that like rappers can give Nicki her flowers without catching dick riding allegations.
Yeah, I hate that even occurs because it's cool to be a fan, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I hate that being fanned out or just being a fan of somebody has a negative connotation. Like, I'll gladly tell anybody I'm a fan of theirs. I don't feel like I'm a groupie or I'm just, fanned out. Like, no, I admire your work. I enjoy what you produce and just give to the world. Why do I have to be ashamed, or why do I have to get thrown with like, oh, you did right, you want a feature, you want a picture, you want her to record, like da da da? No. Nicki is
like her music.
I like her music. She's a legend. I grew up on her music, and now I have the chance to compete with her and like rap with her and stuff like that. Of course, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I just hate that the bars really gotta chill. They have to chill, but I'm a bar myself, so I can't talk too much shit.
Maybe you could just, use your platform and just talk some sense into the rest of the barbs and be like, look, say we all love her, but let's tone it down.
Man, I don't think they're gonna listen because I'm not saying it's Nicki's job to tell them to calm down too, but like, she has a very, very, very good relationship with them, and she understands them and they understand her. So I don't think anything will change. But I'm not saying that's a bad thing either, Right. All artists should have that close of a relationship with their fans. People might say it's a cult following, but as a former fan, excuse my dog, but as a former fangirl myself, I think it's very beautiful to see artists have that big of an impact, or just that much of a relationship with their fans.
No, for sure, especially like seeing her come up and like how she went through of course getting signed by Young Money, but before that she was hanging out with Gucci and walking in 1017 Boys. She's just like, you look at like her career, you know what I'm saying, she's put in the hours, you know what I'm saying. Yep. She's definitely got her bruises in the game, so it's like, why not?
She worked for this. Yes,
exactly. So to see all that pay off and her being one of the biggest artists in the globe and have a strong global following, and if anyone dares to insult her, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? You might as well throw your phone away. You know what I mean? But like, it's just and that's a really, really cool thing to see. You know what I mean? But like, and with that being said, and when it comes to female presence in rap today, I feel like I say this all the time. Anytime I'm speaking to female artists in the game, it's like there's no other time to be a woman in rap than right now. I feel like with artists like Lotto, Meg Thee Stallion, Flo Milli, you know what I mean, just trailblazing and putting out absolute fire bangers. You know what I'm saying? I feel like women are definitely dominating the rap game right now. You feel me? So, as a music professional yourself, how do you feel about women's dance and rap at the current moment?
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely loving it. I want more of them to start popping out. I do. I love the rap stuff, but I do want like R&B to be a much more relevant genre too. Of course, Summer Walker's killing it, and I can't think of anybody else like just off the top of my head. But Summer's the first person I thought of. Of course, she's doing an incredible job. But I want R&B to be up there too with hip hop. Back in the day, they had like Emil and Missy Elliott, and then the other Trina, everybody like that. You also had Ashanti. You had Mary J. Blige, like so many other Aaliyah, so many other R&B artists up there with the female rappers too. So I do want that balance to kind of get back to it.
No, for sure. And how do you, I feel like R&B has changed tremendously. From that time you're talking about Mary J. Blige, Aaliyah, people like that, where like their music, they talked about a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? Not to say they don't talk about love in today's music, but I feel like
Yeah.
with the dating scene changing and like the dynamics of dating being changed in today's time, I feel like the love has been taken out of R&B. That's my
Absolutely.
personal opinion. So
Because
like,
it's been taken out of life.
I like how you said that. How do you feel like? Do you think R&B will ever go back to the vibes that we grew up on, or is that just gone and we just gotta get used to it, to how it is now?
The vibes we grew up on. I'm gonna say no, but hell no. I wish, but I just don't see that. With especially with today's society, especially social media, everybody thinks the same way, or it's you being a simp if you taking care of your girl, or you a pluck if you spending money on a girl, vice versa, like being a pygmy, all that type of stuff. Like it's just so looked down upon to actually like somebody and express that publicly.
Exactly.
Everybody want to be toxic, or everybody want to do these situationships and stuff like that. Like, where's the love?
Where is the love?
Where is the love?
Where is the love? That's what I need to know. Where is the love? Do you think if Destiny's Child put out Cater to You today, that it would have made the same impact that it did in 2004?
So, because I don't think they would have released it. I don't think so at all. Are there any like very lovey-dovey songs like that you could think of right now?
No. No, they're all like, oh, I got cheated on, or oh, fuck these niggas, in just a tone. You know what I mean? It's just like, damn, you know what I mean? Like I listen to, I'd put on some Old Mary and jam out, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't listen to current, you feel me? Like people my age talking about being in love, give a nigga like me some hope, you feel me? Niggas be in the rain crying and fucking
with the boombox.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Now
they didn't have pride back then.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Niggas got pride and R&B went down.
Man, and then they got the rappers getting on the auto-tune trying to do the singing too. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Man, come on.
Remember fucking Tank had that song, Please Don't Go? Literally crying, please don't go.
High notes and all. Do I remember? Yes.
I got in trouble in school for singing that song. And I was in 3rd grade. I had nobody that, that was leaving, you know what I'm saying? But like that was just how
you felt it.
I felt it. You feel me? Like niggas like Usher, you know what I'm saying? Niggas like R&B used to have a lot of soul into it. You feel me? Like I feel like now feeling. You feel me? And it's like now I listen to R&B, I feel like I'm just scrolling through Twitter.
Oh my God, that is the perfect comparison / analogy for music today. Like literally, I'm scrolling through social media while listening to whatever I'm reading at the same time.
Facts. And from to be devil's advocate, you know what I'm saying, by when it comes to being newsworthy, you have to be current. You know what I'm saying? How Moneybagg how he's always making songs out of the latest lingo.
Yeah.
But, look, I wouldn't be surprised if we hear a Moneybagg Yo Tomato song or line somewhere.
We better not. And that's all I'm gonna say.
Because you think about it. He's had Just Say That on A Gangsta's Pain. What else? Said Something. Like,
yep. I feel like it's coming too, but he better tread lightly.
I mean, shoot, you in Memphis, he in Memphis, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it'd be that much, for you to run up on him for the coins, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I actually used to work for not work for, but I used to work with his label on the distribution side and listen to everybody, all the Big 30s music that dropped in 2020. I
Mm,
released it, of course, through my job, but I was the one pushing all them songs out. So I say I did that. But
right.
yeah, bad. Holla at me.
Holla at him. You know what I'm saying? I
Girl,
think
she
that's
already
funny.
put me in her YouTube video. And then my whole face, my voice, everything, no permission.
Who
And it's
did?
like, Ari, she put in her YouTube video.
No way.
Yes. So yeah, let me get that. Thank
Exactly.
you.
Let me get that. No, that's funny. I think that's cool because the girl who I forget her name, but she did, I think it's like Coco Monroe, or Peaches Monroe, the eyebrows on fleek girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like your girl actually stole her line, you know, pretty on fleek. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like she didn't get any type of residuals off that at all. But like I saw, like it was like a few years ago, she had got sponsored from a cosmetics company, but like, but that was like a thing though. Like she didn't get any like people took that and ran with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, are you gonna like stand on that and like once you see some big names, you know, try to steal some Niqqi Tee swag, I need that.
I can't speak too much on it, but
Yeah.
sure am. Somebody actually just made a whole song like about tomatoes, using my phrase, had a whole marketing campaign about it as if like,
Uh-huh.
they came up with using the movement, everything. It's
No
cool.
way. They got a cease and desist in the mail. Okay.
It's cool.
It's cool.
I'm not confirming nor denying, but it's
Yeah.
cool.
It's cool. Somebody somewhere is mad as hell right now.
Hey, it's cool. It's cool.
That's
All to
funny.
say, it's cool.
That's funny. That's funny, man. But we kind of got off topic. But like moving back to R&B and Beyonce, because I mentioned that for a reason because you're also a really big Beyonce stan. You know, so I had to bring up your girl too. So like, with her being the queen, arguably the queen of music, but when as R&B is concerned, I would say she's definitely the queen of R&B. You know, how do you feel about her impact on R&B? Do you feel like it's showing through today's acts today?
I feel like her impact is showing past R&B because everybody drops on Fridays now. Of course, other artists before her, I think it was like 2 or 3 that actually dropped on a Friday, but who popularized that? Beyonce. As far as breaking like records and stuff like that on iTunes and everything, Beyonce. So her impact definitely surpasses all genre, definitely surpasses R&B. But R&B specifically, I can't think of anyone on her level, honestly. I feel like because she's kind of a pop star too. She's just actually a superstar, but R&B and pop they kind of
Right.
coincide a little bit.
Hmm.
But I can't think of anyone that I can even compare. Like, oh, that's the next Beyonce, or I get Beyonce similarities, or just Beyonce anything. Like,
She's in a lane of
no,
her
which is
own.
kind of good.
Oh
She's
yeah,
in a
for
lane of her
sure.
own. She's in a lane of her own.
Right. She's like Michael Jackson or Prince. I got him on my
Yep,
shirt right now.
yep, exactly. And even on that topic, there, I don't think the comparisons are far fetched.
How
She
so?
has literally nothing else to prove.
Valid. She really doesn't need to
Yep.
drop another album, like at all. What's done is done. She's in
Yep.
there forever. Forever.
Exactly. I feel like Rihanna doesn't have to drop another album either, but I don't know about like Michael Jackson, Prince level. But Beyonce's definitely there. Like she's been in the game. I'm 24, 25 years. Like what else is there for her to do? You know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel like, because Jay-Z, when it comes to rap, he's like on the Mount Rushmore of rappers, you feel me? And it's like
Mm-hmm.
he drops the occasional verse when he feels like it, but he doesn't really have to, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's like, Beyonce could, do the same tip or never do it again. And like people will still
Mm-hmm.
bump in Single Ladies like it just came out yesterday,
Yep.
I think it's
Timeless
cool.
music.
Exactly. Timeless. You feel me? So I wanted to ask, so if in a hypothetical situation, Nicki Minaj is retiring, officially, actually retiring this time.
Mm-hmm.
So she's going on a farewell tour. Beyonce decides she's hanging up her boots and she's going on a farewell tour. And
Oh,
somehow,
my
some
heart.
way, their final performances are both in Memphis, Tennessee on the same day. Where is Nicki T going?
Oh my God. Why would you do this?
I was thinking
Okay.
about that today. I was like, oh, yeah, it's going to be a good one.
Where am I gonna go? I'm gonna say Beyonce only because when a rapper says that they're retiring, they're really not.
True.
There's always gonna be another opportunity for them to come back on stage. Whether it's like a encore type of tour, or say, Coyle Ray wants to bring Niqqi out in New York one day, like Niqqi will show up.
Right.
Get a Beyonce back out the house, especially with all those kids that she got, and like just her legacy in general. I don't think that's gonna happen again, except for like, an award show or something. But I have to see that last Beyonce show.
Valid.
I have to.
I think everybody could respect that decision.
Damn,
Everybody.
it hurt me not to say Niqqi, because I actually never seen Niqqi in concert.
Really? Have you seen Beyonce?
Yes. Oh, plenty of times. Yep.
Oh,
Plenty of times. Yeah, I was gonna say Niqqi because I haven't seen her in concert, but I don't know. I'm gonna just stick with Beyonce. I ain't gonna think too deep in it.
It's a safe bet, Beyonce.
Yeah.
Very safe bet. Well, Niqqi Tee, when it comes to the future, what can we expect to see from you? Got any more viral TikToks loaded up, or any superstar artists that you're going to be representing? What can we expect from Niqqi Tee in the future?
So I actually just got my new role in my job, marketing operations manager. So I actually just worked on this whole Money Long project with Hours and Hours and Time Machine. Like the way it was out there so much, like, haha, thanks to me. Okay. And of course my team too, but and her label and her distribution partner, stuff like that. But I was very hands-on with that release, so I'm very proud of it. And that was my first like huge release doing something like that. It actually just went platinum 2 days ago. So
look at you.
Yup. Come on now.
Talk your shit. Okay.
Come on now. So, my professional life is going viral and my personal life is going viral. So it's literally only gonna go up from here. I'm moving to Atlanta next week. So this is not the last time you're gonna see me. I actually don't know what's coming next, but I know I'm gonna have another Money Long situation. It's gonna happen this year. I'm claiming it. And my name's gonna be all over it.
For sure.
And then I just honestly just want to be Niqqi Tee for like the rest of my life.
No, for sure.
My real name is cool, but I want to be Niqqi Tee, the influencer. Like I want to make global impact. You know what I'm saying? I want to be a true socialite. So that's what's next for me.
I got you.
Stay tuned.
For sure. So for all the young ladies watching this or listening to this, what are some tips and advice you would give them if they wanted to step into your role one day?
Be yourself and don't be afraid to be yourself. It doesn't matter how many people tell you to change or what you need to change and who gives a fuck? This is your life. Do what the fuck you want to do. And always stand up for yourself. Don't ever feel like people can belittle you or run over you. No, this is your motherfucking show. So let everybody know that. And don't be afraid. Always have the highest confidence ever. I'm telling you. It didn't take that long for me to build this up because, I was kind of born with it. But I'm telling you, the world is yours. This is literally your world. Everybody's just living in it. So have that mindset and don't be afraid to have it.
Boom. Niqqi Tee, wise words.
Yes, I'm coming like Rev Run on the low now.
No, yeah, for sure. Well, Miss Niqqi, where can people find you on social media? How can they keep up with you?
So, of course, TikTok, it's at Niqqi Tee. My Instagram, at Niqqi Tee, NIQQITEE. And my Twitter, I think I could tell y'all my Twitter. I've been keeping it real low-key because I'm tainted. I'm just a hot fucking mess on there. But anyway, hook up with my ass. So, it's at...
Hell no.
It's at Coldest Hottest, CO1 DEST or H the number 0 TTEST. That's me.
That's me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all keep up with Niqqi Tee, the coldest and the hottest. And next, viral socialite, however you say it, I kind of messed that up. But keep up with
it. I know what it is.
She's the future. She is the future, most definitely. Once again, thank you so much for your time. I really enjoyed this interview. You are hilarious. Take up stand-up comedy one day. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there.
Hey, you never know. I've been thinking about it. You never know. But thank you so much for having me on. Like, this was such a pleasure. It's such an honor. I'm so grateful to even be here.
No problem. No problem at all. Keep up the great work. I'll be rooting for you. And, I'll keep my box of tomatoes close by.
Please do. You know what's up.
For sure, for sure. Well, if you made it this far, thank you very much. I really appreciate you for listening to the coolest podcast in the South, YSN Radio. Make sure you check out the website, ysnradio.com. Stream all the other episodes on Amazon, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast from. We are there. Follow us on Instagram at YSN Radio 1. And like I said, next week, same time, same place. It's the coolest podcast in the South, YSN Radio. Let's go.